Two, three, go.
Hello there. This is Thunderdrummer Storytime. We are doing a side story of Sarzac the Necromancer. Um, he is currently telling this while he's on the road to meet the Queen of the Holy City, and he's telling us to their second command for a way to bring story and or just for shits and giggles. Our story begins today when he starts they start to walk out of the city for the first time. He arrived at that city so long ago. Been building the city up from a small homestead to an actual city. Using ways to protect the city using his skeleton warriors and among other things. Being one of the safest places to be, it grew fairly quickly. Raiders and stuff can't even get near the place. It's Sarzac kind of likes when necromancer or when not necromancer, but when raiders come into play. His skeleton army comes in, collapses them, takes off their loot, brings it back to the city. They have caught on by now, and we haven't had any complaints. But he started organizing teams, scouting teams, and scavenger teams, and also training warriors for the place, so they're not 100% reliant on his skeleton army. Well, he decided he needed to search the place where he actually came from and got dragged by zombies eating him off and on. Finally escaped and ran here. He there's a big ruins in of a old city. He had two swords on his back, or yeah, no, he had two swords on each side of him, and a staff on his back in case he needed to cast any spells. Which he was still learning little by little from a few of the wizards stuff they had there. But he only knew basic stuff. That's more like he cast fireball, but on the other hand, fireball can be as big or as small as he wants. Dense, uncondensed, really do some damage. So, because of his power coming from the universe itself, he has nearly infinite magic. Well, and he went to investigate how he got there to begin with. He knew the gist of it, but didn't was trying to figure out exactly what happened and to see if he went home. He's accompanied by a woman Her name is Sierra Mist. Yeah, I know, weird. I don't know how I came up with that. Anyway, her name is Sierra Mist, and she's been kind of his assistant. She is a about 6 foot tall, thick type woman. Not fat or not overweight, just thick. She's actually really good with swordsmanship, and she has a blade, a two short swords on each side, but she's also carrying a anti-material rifle that's been custom made for her to be able to use some of her magic while shooting, making it even more deadly. So because who wants to be attacked by an anti-material rifle that also gives an extra punch? Well, he has a group of 4 assassin type skeletons that's going to be traveling with them, but hiding just in case he gets overpowered, or just like general bodyguards to get from going too bad, because they will have to be dealing with zombies, especially when they get there. It's already sent 2 scouts to the city itself. They haven't returned back yet or not, but he wasn't expecting them, especially since he ordered them when they get there just to give them a general report. Well, they both start walking towards the city with about 2 days journey, and that's only because of nighttime. They do have to rest their worry bone. Well, they they got to about an hour into their trip when they spot a horde of zombies. And it's only a pretty small horde of about 50 of them, but hey, still 50 of them. He Sarzac draws his blade and looks over there, and it's like, let's get these guys wiped out. I need some training. Best way to kill shit anyway. And he just takes off. Never waits for anything. And then she finally takes off like a catty corner direction. Which what it's gonna happen is, plan is for him to hit the front while she comes in on the sides, and the 4 skeletons basically hit the back. 2 of the skeletons hit the back, and 2 of the skeletons hits the other side. Which the one thing that she don't know is he gets stronger even when just the skeletons fight. But he needs to learn how to fight with his own breath too, because one day it may save somebody he cares about's life. Well, he's darting towards the front side, slashing out his weapon. His 2 weapons cutting 5 zombies head right too, from like here on back, just right above the eyes. 5 of them gone. And while the other woman is cutting from the side, not quite as fast, but she uses diversionary tactics and draws them in, and then bashes them in the brain with a sword. It took them around 30 minutes to actually clean up all they killed. He had the zombies loot the corpses, stuff of anything too valuable before they bring keys or cards or anything like that. Or they took back off again. Like, man, I can't believe you are learning swordsmanship that fast. Oh, my body's different than it used to be, and I'm able to learn stuff because of whatever happened to me prevalently quicker. I couldn't believe that. I can't believe that. It's just hard to believe still. She floats along beside him. I said, trust me, I go from being a pudgy archaeologist finding a book to weird shit happened with the book because I didn't want to go the normal necromancer route. And what's the point of being necromancer if I have to use human souls to actually raise the dead? I mean, oh yeah, I just kill a whole bunch of people and use their souls for my army. Really brilliant. Even though it's easy compared to what I learned how to do. But I went through an incident and ended up learning a different path. Incident. I learned necromancy from really old book that I found deep in locked down in a ancient ruin. And when I first picked it up, it disappeared on me, and then reappeared back when in my bedchambers, pristine, like it got linked to my soul or something. But as I started reading it, power ended up jumping into me. All she wrote, I ended up studying the book, studying different ways. I ended up raising like cats and dogs and stuff at first. But I realized I thought it was stupid. Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill this cat and trap the spirit and then put the spirit back into the cat. Wahahaha. Really brilliant. Not. I started experimenting with different energies and stuff in the to fail miserably. Well, I look around and I'm like, fine. Well, I end up fighting off the urge to take the easy route, but then I realized it's like if I take the easy route, it's just gonna make me a monster. This is stupid. I don't want to. And then, like I said earlier, I started experimenting different wavelengths to, you know, which I discovered magic that way and teaching people how to access it. But on the other hand, I was doing an experiment and kind of blew back in my face. Um, what apparently happened is I tapped into a type of magic that now flows through my body that is so vast that it would take me a trillion years just to unleash the amount of power that I could. So I knew a few other things happened during all this time too, but you know, it is what it is. Traveled about 6 more hours. We got to a small town. We went in. I already sent in 4 skeleton warriors and ended up killing all the skeletons. Picked a house that might be comfy and in it. We pulled out some food. We cooked the food. We ate the food. I was like, hey, let's go ahead and go to bed. While he was sleeping, she ends up crawling into his bed and arms around him. Up a little bit. Don't worry about it. Said, and things happen. Like they woke up the next but I think and both took a shower with what little bit of water and stuff that was still left and got cleaned up. Finally went to talk to her about it and it's like, what was that last night? Looks up at him and it's like, I get you don't have feelings for me. Made that clear a while ago. I understand that fully. But accept me doesn't mean that stuff for me is still there. I, but on the other hand, having just a quick release will help endorphins us to be happier and have a better journey. We have no idea what's and everything, and it's not going to hurt us. Other than if you get pregnant, then I'll cherish the baby. I understand the risk. I haven't affected, but who cares? Now let's just sitting and figure out whatever we need to. You sure you sure? Already losing time. Need to try to be there by nightfall. I guess then get up and then start running again, having a short conversation here and there about about this. But the last time she's been to the city was like yada yada yada. Well, just before nightfall, they came like 3 or 4 basketball towards so they actually entered the city. He found a spot that was kind of away from and all the natural stuff. Uh, Set up camps. It's the best idea to get up leaving to the city. He agreed, of course. Plus, he called back his other 4 skeleton assassins scouting the city. Yeah, it ain't like they can find, ain't like they're truly in danger by anything powerful yet. Just zombies, right? So anything, anyway, um, he came about. They had another night together. They talked and they slept a lot this time too. They put everything on tight, and then first thing in the morning before Sarzac got up, she was using her scope to scout out or gradually to look out. She didn't understand is she saw a bunch of people moving in the city, but not as zombie like. So anyway, they woke up that morning. She started scouting out the city using her scope. What she found kinda was like, what? What is this? She saw little people walking around with beards. She saw some people with ponytails. So then she realized Sarzac was stirring as he got back up, like, looking at. He's like handed him the gun and said, "Your sight towards the city. Something odd is going on." And she looked through the scope and saw a. She took his head away for a second. It was like, looked back to him, and what he saw was a bunch of elves, of dwarfs, really pale looking dude. Demi humans stuff there too. What's going on here? And four skeletons appeared right behind them. Looked back, handed her the weapon, like, report. And basically, what they ended up telling them about what's going on in the city and how it's actually being worked on as a regular city. So, what they did was they maneuvered their way in. Well, they maneuvered their way to the where they saw. Oh wait, never mind. Brain fart. They do maneuver their way a little bit closer while getting a report from his skeletons saying that a new species, several new species from what their current knowledge was from their previous life, ended up appearing here. What they think happened is they evolved from some sort of really strong power base. They both slowly went towards the entrance they saw, stopped when two guards basically stopped them. What's your business? And um, I came here to study my entrance, how I got here. and originally came from here. He was like, but he said, we're here to investigate where he went, and was like, let me talk to our leader right quick. Do you have a problem with that, Scruff? He looked at him kind of weirdly, and it's like, no problem at all. Why in the world did you call me a Scruff? And basically, they all so guards looked at each other and it's like, let us get the commander. Goes around and takes off. A pretty fast jog. Earthling would be right on par for the so anyway, sorry for the little bit of a blank out. But the a little elf that ran away finally came back with what looks to be like a general. Like, what are your two looks at him hard and it's like, you're him. No, I am me. No, him. I'm pretty sure I'm me. I don't know who him is, but I know who I am. Smart ass. Yeah, most of the time. He said laughing, but then got serious and like, need to take the two of you to our facto leader. Okay. So I started, he started walking with him until they linked up with the other girl and it's like, stay alert, study everything you can, because we don't need to um, cause any problems that we don't have the ability to fight. But thinking about everything that was going on while he was starting to walk up to this skyrise, talk about who are these people? She was following right behind him, studying everything, seeing gardens, seeing them stripping buildings out, tearing out things, reinforcing buildings that are actually private, unharmed. So yeah, they finally got to the door and knocked. Come in, said the dude inside. The Sarzac and Kara finally walked in, looked around the room, and like, beautiful office. Yes, it is. So you are him from what I understand. I have no idea if I'm him or not, to be honest. Who am I? We're not natural to this planet. Thanks to them. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm apologizing. My brain is actually think. Hope this. But anyway, like, why did you want to see? Why do you want to see her? Like, he looks at him for a second and it's like, don't pull that shit. You're the one that dragged me into your office. You need to be the one. What the hell? Man? When I came here to investigate where I came through from my planet to get here, I am here under orders to try to figure out what's going on. So please, my humor, why you wanted to see us as soon as we came here. What kind of happened to, and how did you guys even get here? Are you related to the scumbag that ended up putting the this curse slash that used actual both magic and natural and a virus to wipe out half of this planet's population, if not more? So yes, I kind of need some answers. The girl just shakes his head and is like, "Really? Ain't just I'm." Just shakes her head, mumbling breath. Look back up, and then his eyes went wide. Sorry, I with everything going on right now, it just kind of makes everything awkward. Sorry if causing any problems with brought it back up. Oh, we was hoping that you would end up coming by at some point. We are people from, as far as I can tell, this not going to be easy to say because it's kind of creepy. But we are people that ended up eating part of you originally ate. His mouth dropped and it's like, excuse me? Yes, your power actually created all of this from as far as what hell because of all the shit that happened. We don't know the aspects of it clearly, and we all have a system. But we ended up going with some screens that allows us to minor scans and stuff. Anyway, and once we scanned, was able to figure out how to use these. We actually scanned ourselves to figure out that for what you call not dead. not alive and not on something different. Some of your power linked us up together and ended up turning some of us technicians, some of us warriors, some of us not so much. And then on the other hand, also is us all being different species far out of us. So we studied what we could. We started learning how to our abilities that we had that we inherited from you and everything. And the portal that you came through is completely disappeared whatsoever. So, how many species are here that came from me? If you don't mind me asking. Well, we got um, elves, dwarves. We have some hobbits. We have some fey folk, which is a bunch of different types of species. We have a little bit more of a devious way of talking, but is brutally honest, and they cannot lie whatsoever. We have some dwarves apparently really good and helped us actually build the wall around ancient city. Not quite that ancient, dude. Um, Apparently less than 100 years. Actually, more like about 20 years since the city was fully built and went from a town to one of the major outposts on this planet. Huh. And we also have a few demi-human breeds from where some zombified um, animals ended up chewing down on some of the people or some of the. I knew why you were still here. Holy crap! He shook his head. Are there any zombies left in the city? No. How the hell did I create an entire semi of? I don't know. But I don't think you'd be able to do it anymore, though, because you're, from what we can tell, your powers were still flux, and now you look like you're fully in control and exceptional. What do you mean flux? I don't exactly know any of the Pacific, because how could we? But your powers were generally everything. Um, Lack of a better word, you weren't. It was just flowing out of you like a beacon in the dark. Because you, from what we can gather, you haven't learned to either accept or control or even both. So it'd be kind of hard for you to do what he does here. That sounds about right. And yeah, it really does sound about right. From my path from there to small little place where I ended up making my set, I did have to go through a lot. So between my flesh, my immortality, ended up causing people of this world and the zombies to gain abilities that they and changed according to. Wait, is there keep? There's vampires here. Keep them away from me. I can hate vampires. He's like, understood. Yes, we do have a few vampires. We have a pack or two of werewolves. Since we are all from the same people, we all started working together to scavenge and to build this place up. Started knocking buildings down step by step and learning the process of how to rebuild this place. That's actually a really good idea. Make another refuge? Not necessarily as a way to fight back against these zombies. We want to retake this world back for ourselves. Huh. And the guy about gets down on his knees, gritting his teeth, and it's like, will you please show us the way? Victory. Need your strength. Okay. Like, just keep the vampires away from me for now. Have ourselves a deal. Like, we can't fully promise that. Why? A lot of vampires here? But we'll do what we can. And I'll do it, but when we start making a government, I want a big say in how it's developed. Because from what I'm more than likely thinking, you guys are going to be living for a very long time. No discrimination among humans or any of, well, you discriminate against it. I have my reasons too, and it will not take the reasons I have out on. But long story. Well, I am sorry, but okay. We accept your conditions, and he started giving advice on how to build the walls a little bit better to the dwarves. He's giving, and like a few short years, this place went from being looked like a bunch of modern day ruins to something beyond beautiful. It looked like a combination between modern world tech, um, with beautiful, um, elegant buildings stretched in with big stuffed turdy or sturdy structures here and there. The forests and stuff around the cities were cleared out, and the vampires and some of the different types of elves started, but still having their presence in the city. Like, and of course, Sarzac started building his army of skeletons. They start um, going out on missions to try to find out what's actually going on. Brought his his entire base of operations started trading back and forth between two cities as well. Once we start getting the reports, we'll know where to strike. Sarzac said to the elf right beside him. Thank you for all your help. Ain't no problem. Taking back this world. Really does suck at the experiments stuff. Huh? Just see if I reopen the rift, but it's completely gone. Can't be helped. Like this is one unique looking city. I mean, we have oh, looks like a mesh patch of multiple different styles, and I kind of love the chaotic look of this place. Part of the place is elegant, some of stone and steel, some of it looks modern. There's full community underground. Mainly the vampires and stuff love it down. And even how the werewolves and wood elves end up taking over the woods nearby, actually building their own community out there, plus helping out here. Our job is to completely to try to protect this world. So cannot wait. People get here. He smiles. It's the first skeleton. I have something to report. And this is the end of this chapter. Um, if you want to on another chapter of the story, as of right now, there's a YouTuber. Um, 4 likes will ensure that there's another story sooner than later. And peace out, everybody. Join us for the next show.